So I am most inspired by speculative fiction. Like, I know it's not real. Speculative fiction focuses on narratives that are about thinking about the future, or reimagined histories, or so some of those examples would include steampunk, or cyberpunk, or dieselpunk. So of all of those, my favorite is cyberpunk, because I love thinking about what the future could be like. I mean, we have all this technology, so what is that technology going to look like in the next 20 years or so? So also cyberpunk focuses on artificial intelligence, cybernetics, virtual reality, and I'm super interested in all those things. And I think one of the reasons why I gravitate so much towards cyberpunk was because when I was younger, I always imagined myself as this I wanted to be a badass because I was introverted. So, like, I was introverted, so, super quiet, but to, like, read stories or play video games where I could be this character fighting to save the world against corporate corruption and injustices with my cybernetic robotic arms, like, who wouldn't want to do that? Like, that was me. So I basically consumed everything that I could find, every book, every video game, every movie. And again, cyberpunk is like The Matrix, or Blade Runner, or even Black Mirror. So I've started thinking about cyberpunk a little bit more deeply. And once you get past all those pretty neon lights, cyberpunk is really about a world where people are suffering. It's dystopic, it's apocalyptic. There are people that are living in a way that we don't want to live in, Like, underneath all those lights, the city is dirty and gross and wet, and people are struggling. And I started thinking about that, and I'm just like, I don't know if I really want the future to look like a cyberpunk dystopia. As much as I love cyberpunk, this isn't the future that I want to look forward to. And every day, I'm watching the news and I'm seeing what's going on in the world. Let's see, staggering inequalities, pollution, global warming, mega corporations having negative impacts on all of our lives. I mean, is cyberpunk actually fiction still? Are we, like, really hurtling toward a cyberpunk future becoming reality? And that's something that really bothers me. We consume all this media, and like I told you before, I am very inspired by speculative fiction. I'm inspired by what people can come up with their imaginations. Because your imagination, it doesn't exist right now, but people come up with ideas that don't exist that end up, being a part of reality later. So, fiction is the foundation for some of the greatest inventions that we have today. And, now that I'm thinking a little bit more deeply about what cyberpunk is, I was kind of looking for something different. I'm ready for something different. So I'm looking on the internet, and I love radically creative architecture. And I happened upon Stefano Boeri's architecture, he's famous for building vertical forest. So there are these buildings in dense cities that are packed with trees and plants, and these buildings basically help to combat all of the air quality issues that impact huge cities. So Milan, for example, is one of the most polluted cities, and this is where one of his first projects was built. And now he's working on a forest city in China. I'm just like, wow, this exists in reality. This is like, I would love to see a city packed with greenery. I mean, to think that the best technology to combat pollution in a dense city is trees. Like, that's the best technology. I'm like, wow, I just never thought of that. And while I was looking at these buildings of these vertical forests and vertical farming, I came across this blog called SolarPunk Anarchist. And I'm just like, what is this? This sounds interesting, you know? Because I'm super into cyberpunk, and my friends already think I'm corny for that. So I'm just like, this is gonna make me even more nerdy and corny. But I was for it, and I wanted to see, read about everything that I could about solarpunk. So what is solarpunk? Solarpunk is just like cyberpunk, except for the advances in technology and science don't lead to a dystopia. It leads to a way that we can live in harmony with the earth, a way that we can have a civilization that's more egalitarian. And we have some of that technology that exists today that are nuggets to imagine a better future. And I think that is just freaking awesome. Like, we should probably have more solarpunk than cyberpunk in our media so we can start thinking of some new ideas. So I was talking to my little brother about solarpunk, and I'm just like, yeah, and then the city's gonna have trees, and we're gonna live in harmony, everybody's gonna be getting along, and there's gonna be we're not gonna have to worry about racism and sexism, it's gonna be great. And so he was like, well, what's so punk about solarpunk? Like, where's the punk? And I was just like, that is true. Where's the punk in solarpunk? Well, we would have to make radical changes in our behavior right now. I found this quote, and I thought this quote was just profound. Someone once said that it's easier to imagine the end of the world than to imagine the end of capitalism. We're so used to the way that we're living, how we consume things, that it's easier for us to just we just need to start over. We just need to reset, have an apocalypse, and then we can, just fix everything. Like, we just throw the whole earth out, start over, on Mars or something. No changes need to be made, right? So it's easier for us to look at media that's cyberpunk in nature because, that's just a couple of steps away from reality, right? So solarpunk is punk because, we would have to rebel against the status quo today. We would have to rebel against, all the things that we're so accustomed to as individuals, as a society, and that's pretty badass, if you ask me. I'm talking about cyberpunk, I'm talking about the world, but it's not negative. We live in the best time right now. We are on the cusp of so many technological advances. We have, with enough investment, with enough time and resources, we can create systems that can power the whole US with solar energy, and if not, the whole world. We can, put that time and effort into into vertical farming. The idea of vertical farms is so interesting. And I know this sounds super utopian, right? So when you start talking about utopias, it seems so unrealistic to attain. But that's why we need to start talking about concepts like solarpunk, because it sounds fun, right? So if we can start creating fiction and narratives that include some of the ideas that solarpunk envelops, then maybe we can start coming up with some different solutions so that we're not going to hurdle toward this apocalyptic end. So that's why I'm here today. I want you guys to all go home, look up what solarpunk is, become solarpunks, So I'm not the only one, and so that my friends are laughing at me because sometimes it's lonely being a solarpunk, and I need you guys to do this with me. So